How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Flight Sim Deck. My name is Patrick, and tonight we are in a very hot Sacramento, California. It's about 108 degrees out right now, and we're going to be taking Southwest 2299 down to John Wayne Airport in Orange County. Should be about an hour and a 10-minute flight, and we are just on the tarmac right now. I'm going to look at the plane, and we're going to go over the route that we're going to take here. We are going to be heading out with the Froggo 6 departure, as you can see here. And this departure will eventually hit Friant, and then we're going to be coming down along the mountains here, and then straight down south. We'll be connecting, let's see what it is, the Derb intersection, and then we'll be coming in to the VOR on Catalina Island, and then into the Tandy 3 approach, and then this will be the final approach into John Wayne International Airport. I believe it's International Airport. But, yeah, this is the whole plan. We'll zoom out here, and right now we are taxiing out of our gate, starting the number 1 engine. Number 2 is already started, and we're heading back. This is going to be the new format for all my videos. I'm going to do a lot more commentary. I have never done a commentary on a commercial flight like this. I usually would do the general aviation here and there, but it's going to be something I'm going to do now. It tends to start more of a conversation in the comments I see. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be able to explain different phases of the flight, go over the flight plan instead of you guys just watching the plane fly. So now we are taxiing. We're going to head over to runway 16 right, and like I said, we'll be taking off with the Froggo 6 departure out of there. I wanted to do another departure. I think it stood for Faith Hill, or I don't remember what the abbreviation meant, but that one was not in my FMC database, and I just learned that there's a website you can go to where you pay $6 and you can update the FMC to all the current SIDs and departures, arrivals, all that stuff. So I think I'll be doing that because mine's a little out of date, so I went with this other one that will be taken off from. Basically almost the same departure. I think it just had some different waypoints in there. Alright, so we're turning now down here, and we are going to be on our way. Getting close now to where we'll be stopping. We're going to stop short of the runway and check a few more things, and then we'll be taking off from there. Just going to come around the corner here, give it a little bit of brake as we want to slow down, don't want to be too hard on the brakes. Should be a nice sunset as we take off on this muggy evening. Been very hot in Sacramento lately. Okay, getting the runway turnoff lights on, the logo light, the strobes, the anti-collision, the wing light and the wing well, and now the landing lights. We have the clock set. Toga information set, the altimeter set. start switch is continuous. And here we go. Now this is an airport by Aerosoft, KSMF by Aerosoft. It's one of my favorite airports, but the scenery is not that stable. I had to lower my settings way lower than I ever have to for this plane, and it's still not too solid on the frame rate, so it's kind of been like that since day one. They've released one patch, but it hadn't really fixed anything. So right now we are in the toga and we are taking off. Just hit 100 knots.
V1. V1. Rotate. V2.
Okay, beginning the rotation, positive climb, gear, the button's not working, I got it up there, yeah, gear going up. We're going to climb to about 6,000, or I'm sorry, not 6,000, 600, and then we'll be making the turn. First notch of flaps is going up. A nice Pacific Coast sunset we have here. And the last notch of flaps is going up. And we're almost making our turn to straighten this out. Probably hand fly this up to around 8,000 feet, and then we'll let the autopilot take over. Going to straighten it out here. Looks like we're on course. Just got up to 200 knots. We're going to start to engage the autopilot. Turn on the LNAV, the VNAV, and we're good to go. Going to have one last look at Sacramento as we leave. Looks nice down there. This is an Orbx Northern California scenery. Looks pretty nice. I don't have the SoCal one yet, but I do want to get that because I do a lot of trips into there. And it'd be nice to have that looking more accurate. This is pretty much how it looks like. A lot of farmland and some city. And yeah, we're climbing out of there. Just passing 10,000 feet, so we're going to turn the landing lights off and the taxi on the runway. I leave the taxi light on too with departures because in some airline SOPs they want every light on possible, so I'm not sure about Southwest, but I just do it anyway. Have a look here. We're taking our first turn, or our second turn, actually. Very beautiful. Okay, we're just past 20,000 feet, making a turn here. I can't remember if I said we're just passing 10,000 feet or 20,000 feet, but I meant to say 20,000 if I did say 10,000. Not sure. Our cruise level is going to be 35,000 feet. And right now I'm just preparing some things for the landing, getting the bar set, which is a 56-foot elevation, so we'll be setting 256. Always want to do 200 above what your landing elevation is. Then we're going to set the first officer side. Normally he would do this, but he's not here. We're flying this solo. Okay, right now we're coming up on the Tandy 3 approach, which is the approach before the final. Now we're coming up on our arrival in just a few minutes. Should be on the ground in about 12. It's a pretty clear night, so when we get to the Sager waypoint, we're going to hand fly it in. Okay, we're about to make the turn onto Sager.
$2,500.
Adding first notch of flaps down to 15. Need to lose a little bit of speed and then we drop in the gear. Okay, we're on the straight approach now. Autopilot's gonna be coming off. We went a little past Sager before we turned the autopilot off. Wanted to get straightened out and figure out a few things. Now this airport is a pretty short field, so you definitely don't want to float it. You want to get it on the ground quick and you want to stop quick, because it's not too hard to go right off the end. I've only flown into this one other time, so this will be my second time doing this approach. Looks like we're on the glide slope. This is the LatinVFR John Wayne Airport. It's my first time using it. Speed's looking good, speed is good. We're about 142 to 1 knots, 1,800 feet. Thousand feet, 139 on the knots. Doing good, the speed is solid. Just gotta bring it in straight here. So far so good. Looks like we're gonna be on time. Hour and 10 minutes. Should be at the gate fairly soon after we land.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes out, reversers. And we should make the taxiway up here. Reverse thrust off. And switching to manual braking. the auto brake off. Landing lights are going off. One more. Bring the flaps up. And we'll get to the speed brake in a second. Gonna make this turn. Turn the strobe off. Right here, we'll check out the replay. This is like the one that was in the intro, and I'll show you one more angle after this. Put it down right, just almost right on the marker. Looked a little low on the last 200 feet, but it's always hard to say, because the way you position the camera, the EzDok, could depend on how the PAPI lights show, and then also, I don't know that all these airports are calibrated correctly for the simulator. I noticed with Miami, I sometimes float those when I follow the PAPI lights. So we're going to continue into the gate, and we got there safe and sound, got there on time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We're going to have a lot of fun here soon, so take care, everybody.